Hello, it's Ed here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the JVC Xtreme Xplosives with remote and microphone. Here they are. What can I say first? The design, wow, they look a lot better than the previous ones, sort of. I like the red. I think the originals, here is it here, is not as colourful as the newer ones. They look great, but I like the sort of red effect. You can choose different colours of earphone to sort of blue, green, coloured sort of inside circle. I like the look of that. It reminded me of Ferrari, the red one. I don't know why. That's what the first thing I thought of. Anyway, so you're probably wondering, so Ed, what do I get with what do I get with these new earphones? It's a bit different from the other ones. You get a conversation cable. There we go. And you get some earbuds, like so. However, you don't get a box like the previous one, unfortunately. So you don't get that. This is with the previous JVC Xtreme Xplosives, the original ones we'll call them. You don't get that, which I think is a bit of a shame. So you don't even get a pouch or anything. So there's no way to protect these guys, which I think is a bit of a bummer. Anyway, on to the sound. Now, these, I've been trying to research these, the different sounds, what the actual drivers inside these are, and it's quite difficult to find. I looked on the JVC website and Amazon, but I think the Amazon website was wrong. Anyway, I think what I've concluded is these have got an 8.5mm driver in, which I found on the JVC USA website, and the originals have a 10mm driver in them, because as you can see, the originals are actually larger than these, and I think that actually shows when you're listening to music. These guys go louder, but these are still brilliant. I mean, in any genres of music as the previous ones, they're still great. You can't really go wrong with these JVC Xtreme Xplosives. Just show you how the music side of the phone works. So to play a song, you just click once and it starts playing, and to pause it you just click once and it stops. So that's how you do that. To skip to the next track, so when it's playing you think, oh, I don't want to listen to that, you click twice and it moves to the next song. So that's how you do that. And if you think, hang on a minute, I actually want to listen to that previous song, you just click 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and it goes to the previous song. Right, the phone feature. So I've put this over here to protect my number if you're wondering why the hell have you put that on your phone for. Right, I'll just show you how this feature works. Click already. Call comes into your phone whilst you're listening to that banging tune you're listening to. Right, so it comes in, so the music cuts out. You click this once and you start the call. And then when you're finished, you just click it again, and then the music comes back. So it just works just like the Apple earphones do. I'll just show you how you replace the earbuds. So I'll just take it off. So you just pull it off like so. Show you just this sort of hard plastic thing. And then if you want to put on a different one, just choose the ones you want and you just sort of slot it in like that. Job done. So overall, the pros for these: great design, the mic works great on these. You can't really get any better. They just work just like the Apple ones, which is great. I love the design of them, sorry. It's got a 1.2 meter long cable, which is great. It's the same as the previous ones. You get, you know, the earbuds and things as well, which is great. However, the negatives are there's no protective box, unlike the previous ones, which I think is a bit of a bummer, to be honest. I think it's a bit of a shame. I don't think the sound quality of these are as good as the ones before. I think this is because the driver is bigger in these ones, which it just doesn't seem to go as loud as the previous ones. I don't like the cable. I feel it's too weak, to be honest. It doesn't look as strong. I mean, this is a singular one. It just doesn't look as robust, which is a bit of a bummer. I love the mic feature, as I said, but they missed out here. There's no volume control, so you can't turn up your music, which if it's called a remote, it's a bit silly if there's no volume control. That's a really big one for me. I think that's a real shame they missed out on that, because it made them a lot better. If you've never had a pair of JVC Xtreme Xplosives before, I would still recommend these. I still think they're a great pair of earphones, and if you really want the sort of the built-in mic already there, I don't think you can go wrong with these earphones. For 17 quid, to be honest, they're a steal. They sound great, the bass is great, everything's great for all genres. I would definitely, far away, don't hesitate and get them. But if you have the originals, I would just keep hold of those. If you want that mic feature and you have the original ones, which are these here, what I would say to you is you can get an adapter just basically like the ones on the newer ones, like this, and for a couple of quid, and you can have that cool feature. Anyway, thanks for watching and goodbye, and thank you for letting me reach 450 subscribers. Bye.